Hey everyone, it's been a heavy week, and our thoughts are with all those affected by the recent events in Spain. But as we know, football has this incredible power to bring us together, to offer a glimmer of hope, and remind us of our collective strength. And speaking of strength, let's dive into that Real Madrid versus AC Milan clash. The build-up was electric. Real Madrid stinging from that Clasico loss. AC Milan riding high on their winning streak. And Christian Pulisic, well, he's always had a knack for turning up against us. Producer Dave was even predicting a Real Madrid victory, citing their Champions League pedigree and ability to bounce back.
Right. Producer Dave, always the optimist. He really thought Real Madrid would rise to the occasion.
But then, bam, a 3-1 loss. It's safe to say none of us saw that coming. So let's unpack this, shall we? Starting with Ancelotti's surprising 4-4-2 formation.
It definitely raised eyebrows. You have to wonder what Ancelotti was aiming for with that midfield pairing of Modric and Tchouaméni. It's not their usual setup. And perhaps he was hoping for more control in the center of the park.
Producer Dave actually pointed out that Modric and Tchouaméni struggled to match the pace of the game. They just couldn't keep up with Milan's quick transitions, and it showed in the numbers. If you look at ball retrievals, a crucial stat for midfield dominance, Real Madrid was significantly outperformed.
Precisely. Real Madrid only managed 48 ball retrievals compared to AC Milan's 65. That's a huge difference, and it points to a lack of control and intensity in the midfield. They were constantly on the back foot, reacting to Milan's moves, instead of dictating the tempo.
And remember how producer Dave was all about starting Rodrigo? His notes even suggested that bringing him on late was a major missed opportunity. Rodrigo's speed and directness could have caused some real problems for AC Milan's defense, especially given how isolated Vinicius Jr. looked on the left.
Absolutely. I mean, if you look at successful dribbles, Vinicius only managed one in the entire game. That's unheard of for him. It shows how effectively AC Milan shut him down, and how Real Madrid lacked the tactical flexibility to adapt.
It felt like they were missing that spark, that creative flow that we're used to seeing, those intricate passing moves that just slice through defenses. They were nowhere to be found. And it wasn't just Modric and Tchouaméni. The entire midfield seemed disconnected.
It's like they were playing on different wavelengths. The usual synergy, that almost telepathic understanding, was missing. They weren't pressing effectively as a unit. They weren't winning those crucial second balls. And it allowed AC Milan to control the game.
And then there's the decision to start Lucas Vázquez against Rafael León. Producer Dave called it a tactical mismatch right from the get-go. León's pace and trickery just proved too much for Vázquez to handle.
It was a gamble that backfired. León was a constant threat, and Vázquez was consistently exposed on that flank. It put a lot of pressure on the backline and disrupted Real Madrid's defensive shape. And remember, producer Dave had highlighted León as a danger man before the match, predicting he would be a key player for AC Milan.
And he was absolutely right. But let's not just blame the defense. The midfield's inability to control the game and neutralize AC Milan's attacks directly contributed to the defensive struggles. It's a chain reaction, when one part of the team falters, it affects the entire system.
Exactly. The lack of pressure on the ball in midfield allowed AC Milan to build their attacks with ease. They had time to pick their passes, exploit spaces, and put Real Madrid's defense under constant pressure. And let's not forget about Valverde. He's usually such a dynamic presence on the right, both offensively and defensively. But AC Milan did a fantastic job of neutralizing him. They doubled up on him, closed down his passing lanes, and prevented him from making those trademark runs forward.
Producer Dave's notes highlighted how Valverde was effectively shut down, completing just 17 passes in the entire game, far below his usual average. That's a testament to AC Milan's tactical discipline and their focus on stifling Real Madrid's key players.
Absolutely. They identified Valverde as a danger man and executed their plan to perfection. It's something we've seen other teams do successfully against Real Madrid this season, and it raises questions about their adaptability and their ability to find solutions when their key players are marked out of the game.
It's almost like Real Madrid forgot how to adapt. They seemed stuck in their usual patterns, unable to break free from AC Milan's tactical web. And then there were those missed opportunities, those moments that could have swung the momentum in Real Madrid's favor. Remember Rudiger's disallowed goal? It would have made it 2-3 and put real pressure on AC Milan in the closing stages.
Oh, absolutely. That was a heartbreaker. The VAR decision was tight, but ultimately correct. Rudiger was just a fraction offside. But it highlights how fine the margins can be in these top-level matches. A goal there could have changed the entire complexion of the game.
And let's not forget that point-blank header from Brahim Diaz, brilliantly saved by Mike Maignan. Talk about a missed opportunity. If that goes in, it's 2-2, and who knows what happens from there.
Those are the moments that make you wonder, what if? Real Madrid had their chances, but they just couldn't convert them. And against a team like AC Milan, who were clinical in front of goal, those missed opportunities proved costly.
And what about the star duo, Mbappe and Vinicius? They haven't quite been firing on all cylinders, have they? Producer Dave's notes include some interesting observations about their performances. He points out that Mbappe's ongoing frustration with his central striker role might be affecting his overall game.
That's definitely something to consider. We know Mbappe prefers playing on the left wing, where he has more freedom to roam and cut inside. Playing him as a central striker might be limiting his impact, forcing him to play with his back to goal more often, which isn't his strength.
And it seems like the central role might be affecting his link-up play with Vinicius too. They haven't been combining as effectively as we've seen in the past. Their movements seem a bit disjointed, and they're not creating those dangerous overlaps and quick exchanges that make them such a lethal duo.
It's like they're still trying to figure out their roles in this new system. The chemistry isn't quite there yet, and it's showing in their performances. And remember, producer Dave was saying how Benzema thrived as a facilitator for both Mbappe and Vinicius, creating space and opportunities for them to exploit. That element seems to be missing right now.
And then there's Bellingham. Still no goals for him in La Liga, which is surprising given his talent and the chances he's been getting. Producer Dave believes that once he gets that first goal, the floodgates will open. But for now, it's a bit of a head-scratcher.
It really is. He's making good runs. He's involved in the build-up play. But that final touch, that killer instinct in front of goal, just seems to be missing. Perhaps it's a confidence issue. Or maybe he's overthinking things. Whatever it is, it's something he needs to overcome quickly if Real Madrid wants to get their season back on track.
And the pressure is certainly mounting on Ancelotti. Those player ratings from Football Italia were brutal. Leo and Reinders were singled out as AC Milan's standout performers, while several Real Madrid players received very low marks.
And Ancelotti himself received a particularly harsh rating, reflecting the criticism he's facing for his tactical decisions in this match. The 4-4-2 formation didn't work, the substitutions were questionable, and the team lacked a clear plan.
Producer Dave even mentioned that Ancelotti's job might be on the line if results don't improve quickly. There are whispers in the media about potential replacements, and the fans are growing restless.
The pressure is definitely on. But let's not forget what Ancelotti has achieved at this club. He's a proven winner, a master tactician who has guided Real Madrid to multiple trophies, including that historic Champions League triumph last season.
He deserves some time and trust to turn things around. He's shown his tactical flexibility before, and I believe he can adapt and find the right formula for this team. Producer Dave also emphasized that the season is a marathon, not a sprint, and there's still plenty of time for Real Madrid to get back on track.
Exactly. This loss might be the wake-up call they needed. It's a chance to regroup, reassess, and come back stronger. Real Madrid has a history of bouncing back from setbacks, and I have no doubt they'll use this experience as fuel to ignite their season.
It's all about finding that balance between attacking flair and defensive solidity, rediscovering that fluidity and precision in the midfield, and making sure those star players are playing to their full potential. Producer Dave believes that Ancelotti needs to make some bold decisions, experiment with different formations, and perhaps give some of the younger players a chance to shine.
It might be time to shake things up a bit, inject some fresh energy into the squad, and maybe this loss will be the catalyst for a resurgence, a turning point in their season. Remember those times when Real Madrid faced adversity and emerged even stronger? This could be one of those moments.
It's that fighting spirit, that never-say-die attitude that defines Real Madrid. And we as fans need to stand by them, support them through these challenges, and believe in their ability to bounce back. This is Real Madrid, and they never give up. They fight until the final whistle, and they always believe in the possibility of a comeback.
That's the spirit. This is a team with immense talent, experience, and a winning mentality. The key is to harness those qualities, to reignite that spark that makes Real Madrid such a special club.
So let's end on a note of optimism, a message of hope for all Madridistas out there. We may be down, but we are not out. Let's keep the faith. Let's rally behind the team and let them hear our unwavering support. Hala Madrid.
Hala Madrid.